Yo, what's good? What's good? Word about TNA fans that it is Thursday night, so it means it's time for the TNA Recipe. It's your boy all the way from the Big D, Big Red, going down. Always to me, I have it to my left, my producer extraordinaire, all the way from Cali. Show some Cali love for Mr. EL.CIBERNETICO. L?
My bad. What's up, everybody?
You were missing.
Anyway, until my left, I got back with me this week, my co-host, all the way from the Steel City, Big Ed. Where you at, bro?
How y'all doing? Welcome everybody to tonight's TNA Recipe. August 1st Spectacular. Yes, we gave it a theme this week.
All right. We start WCC, I always remind you to support your local indie scenes, no matter where it is. Get your ass in the seat somewhere. All right, we finna jump right into this. Yo, Ed, take it.
All right, well, the show started off with Taz not being allowed backstage. It looked like security was keeping him out, telling him that he wasn't going to be on commentary, which showed us, hey, the show was already off to a great start right from there. After the opening, we get Austin Aries coming out talking about AJ Styles and how they've never wrestled and that they're going to have their dream match tonight in the Bound for Glory series. And everybody got hype about that. It was a good start off to the show. But after that, Bobby Roode comes out and talks about how, of course, he was the most dominant champion, yada, 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 and that he's going to win the Bound for Glory series once again to get a shot at the title. So the match that we have up is a match between Bobby Roode and Hernandez. This was, I thought this was a pretty good match. A lot of back and forth action between the two. Hernandez got in all the Supermax moves and everything, but it all ended with Bobby Roode popping Hernandez in the head with a beer bottle. There's debris everywhere, and the referee makes the 3 count. Somehow not seeing the broken glass. What you guys think of the match?
It was a pretty good match. And, wait a minute. Where are we getting the music from now?
Yeah, where's that coming from?
It ain't me. My TV's off and stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match, too.
Yeah.
I think what I really liked about the match is, kind of Bobby Roode said that he was going to do what he had to do to win the match, and I actually liked the ending. I really wasn't shocked by it, because that was the kind of thing that Bobby Roode used to do all the time, and finally he gets a freaking win.
Yeah. That's true. Roode had the end of the slump.
So, Mr. Roode, first thing, congratulations on finally getting points on the damn board. You don't have that big goose egg anymore. And 2, this just proves why Canada is better than Mexico.
Whoa. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You know me, I love to piss people off, so I'm just not going to wait till tomorrow.
And then we're hearing about Kurt Angle with the rest of Main Event Mafia. Talking about they're going to make the Aces and Eights an offer that they can't refuse, and blah blah blah. Now after that, we get a segment with Eric Young, ODB, and Joseph Park, where it sounds like Eric Young is going to try to be some type of motivation for Joseph Park. Then they do a recap of Manic winning the X Division title. Well, congratulations, Manic. Couldn't say it last week because I wasn't around. And then we get a segment between Chris Sabin and Manic. But Manic has his mask off, and he's talking as T.J. Perkins, talking about how for 15 years with T.J. Perkins that nobody cared about him. But once he puts that mask on, people gravitate toward it, which I thought was cool. That was a very strong promo by T.J. Perkins, who I've always seen wrestle but never heard talk all like that. Very strong promo between the two of them, with Chris Sabin saying, well, you got to make sure you bring your A game, bring your best. He had me pretty hyped for the match. What you guys think of that segment?
Which match?
I don't know. I don't know if it was just me, but I kind of almost felt like a heel turn for Manic.
Oh, yeah, Manic.
You know, it could be sowing the seeds there. You never know. It could be sowing the seeds. But I think what it is that you can think about it. Like I said, T.J. Perkins talked about nobody cared about him when he was T.J. Perkins. But once he put on that outfit, all of a sudden, if people care, you're getting championships. So it could be the beginning of a heel turn.
I'm just going to say it, this Manic character and the whole gimmick he's doing, it just smells and reeks of Black Rain and Dustin Rhodes.
How are you getting Dustin Rhodes as Black Rain, a guy who carried around a rat in a cage? How are you getting Manic out of that?
Well, okay, didn't T.J. Perkins say, no one cared about me, but when I put that mask on, people care about me? It's like he changed his personalities.
So a lot of great wrestlers with different personalities.
Well, I mean, in this one, we've seen him without the mask act like a nice human being, but when the mask is on, he turns like the dude from fucking Slaughterhouse.
That's what it's time for, trying to do some damage. Like a wrestling superhero character. Then we had the next match, which, was like the joke match of the night between Joseph Park and Jay Bradley. And Joseph Park was wearing headgear.
In the words of our CEO, hated it.
I have said this about a lot of things, but that match, as good as, Jay Bradley was in there, I would rather see Hornswoggle wrestle Chavo Guerrero because it was an uneventful match.
Hey, I like Jay Bradley. And I like Joseph Park. Nobody else likes Joseph Park, but I'm down with that character. It's like, I get it.
There's only one thing that needs to be said about this match. It was so bad, I think we could have thought of a better match on ECW Anarchy Rules.
Oh, no. That's just a horrible, horrible thing to say. But Joseph Park wore the headgear, got the win after Jay Bradley tried to hit the boomstick. Joseph Park went into this match with negative 10 points, so I guess he's trying to make up for a lost time. Now he's at negative 3.
Yeah, he's still dead last. He ain't gonna win it.
Then we get another skit with the main event Mafia. They're all sitting in the back talking about what Rampage talking about. He's ready for a fight. Getting all tough, not having to wear a suit.
I still think it's annoying that he's the only one not wearing a fucking suit.
It is a bit annoying. And then, we saw a commercial for TNA Shop where they're trying to push Mickey James' album. I'm not buying it.
Womp womp.
I know you're buying that.
Womp womp. Tonight, what's worse, having to hear that promo for that, or hearing the WWE app promo?
They don't mention Mickey James' album every 2 minutes. Then we got the match between Chris Sabin and Manic, and this was a good match. What I liked about it was a great combination of technical wrestling and high flying. Like, it was action-packed, match kept going, great flow between the two.
And the counter for counter they were doing, I was like, wow, this is
them two were
awesome. That was awesome.
And I knew that them two could have a good match together. But in the end, of course, Sabin got the win, and Bully Ray tried to attack him, but Sabin fought him off, showing, hey, I ain't afraid of you, Bully. Standing up to Bully Ray.
I love this match, but my question is this. Chris Sabin's your heavyweight champion. Shouldn't he be in the main event match and not in the middle?
True.
I think the only reason why it wasn't in the middle is because right now they're trying to focus on the Bound for Glory series. So they think, oh yeah, we settled these 3 matches. It's going to be the main event. So
you got the match between Sabin and Manic is not like it was for any titles or anything, but the Bound for Glory match is for points. And that's what I like about that series. Every match is meaningful.
Yeah, but how many times do you get to see champions versus champion match.
That's exactly what. Like, I agree with you on that, Doug Barrett. Like, you don't see a lot of champion versus champion matches in TNA, and when you should have them, they should be main event, no matter if it's focused on the Bound for Glory series. So I do understand why it wasn't, but it still makes sense.
But it was AJ Styles versus Austin Aries for the first time on national television.
I was just about to say that's one of the reasons why that was the main event. Because,
like on the indie scene at some point, but that was their first time. This was like their first time on like a bigger stage.
Right, because that you know what I'm saying, that was a dream match put together by the people, so that's one reason why it was the main event.
And then once again we had Taz. He was outside still trying to get in, and he walks up on Stretch Hummer. You know, he opens the door saying that he knows who it is, and all that's in there is a laptop showing the August 1st permit, which is why this is the August 1st spectacular. And then we get a promo from Pettit. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, when they show that, I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, don't tell me the anonymous GM for Monday Night Raw is the new wrestler.
And I quote.
Am I the only one that was like, why the hell did he wait outside that long?
Yeah, why was the Hummer door unlocked? Just like we'll never know why Kurt Angle was never happened. And we got technical difficulties going.
Somebody outside?
Yeah, it says that somebody outside. Okay. Oh, sorry about that, wrestling fans. We had a promo of bad influence, and Daniel was talking about how he's undefeated. Kaz is winless, and that they're going to have their match next week. And Kaz lets Daniel know that he wants to match best in that cat, you know, because Arian's coming there to win this match. He's going there to win that match next week. Bad influence breakup.
Thinking. Nope, I have nothing to say.
I mean, they're planting the seeds of a breakup between the two, because like after it was over, I mean, Cass just took his martini, just pushed it and like left. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Then we had a match between ODB and Gail Kim that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like, that match was actually pretty good, and it was, like I said, the girls, they went at it, and they were aggressive as always. And it's always good to see ODB wrestling again, too.
My only, I love that match, but my only problem was that it ended in a double count out. That was my only issue. It should have ended properly.
Understandable, but what that does is that sets up for them to have another match at some point. Because there was no clear winner. Yeah, it may set up another match between them.
Yeah,
then we get
no comment. No comment from me about that one.
Then we get an AJ Styles segment talking about his match with Austin Aries. Now everybody's calling it a dream match. And like I said, I liked how he hyped it up. And I said, what better way for this match to go down? But their first match, like I said, is for some points to try to get ahead in the Bound for Glory series to try to get a shot at the title. So, like I said, I like that. And then we had our main event match between AJ Styles and Austin Aries. Another excellent match with a lot of back-and-forth action that ended with Austin Aries kind of still in the pin on AJ Styles, getting the shoulder up first during the 3 count.
My
question
is,
what's up?
Is there a fucking botch? I mean, the way it ended, I'm like, was this supposed to end like this, or did somebody fuck up?
Well, it was I think it was supposed to be, hey, look, Austin Aries is going to get a clutch victory on AJ Styles. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that ending in matches before when they hurry up and sneak and put the shoulder up.
That ending I didn't like. Cause I would have. It would have been better off if they would have just had to be a draw. That ending kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth.
That's true. I could have seen that. Like, I wouldn't have minded a draw for a match like that.
Right, because it kind of stunk to me. I'm like, really? So this is how we're going to end the match?
Well, like, I know the ending itself was quite foggy, and I'm not happy with the ending myself. But honestly, for what it was worth, the match was excellent. And I can't take anything away from the match because it was freaking great. The only issue was the ending. And I mean, there isn't too much of an issue, but it's
I didn't
there.
have a problem with the ending. It was one of those things where Austin Aries escapes with the win. So I was cool with it. And then we end the whole thing with the main event Mafia. They're out doing a promo. Sting's talking about how they want to get rid of Aces and Eights. And then out comes Aces and Eights, and it looks like it's about to go down between the two. And then all of a sudden, we see all the August 1st stuff come up. And who was the big surprise? The surprise they've been hyping on the internet all these last few days? Tito Ortiz.
Tito fucking Ortiz. Boo, TNA, you shit.
For nothing. It's like
TNA, you shit it in my plate again.
Right, it's like being at the 1 yard line and fumbling.
I said this earlier tonight. I'm going to say it again.
Dude, they got us all hyped like, yeah, who could this be? Who could this be? You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I saw the silhouette, saw a bald head and shit. I'm like, oh, Adam Pearce, could this be Adam Pearce? Like, Tito fucking Ortiz. Fucking kid.
Right, well, come on, I said, you guys really, I think we're supposed to care about that, but all they're really doing is hyping up the match between, I think, Tito Ortiz and Rampage Jackson are having a match in Bellator. All that is. So the backdrop of a main event storyline is a match between Tito Ortiz and Rampage Jackson.
I said this earlier, and I'm going to say it again. Okay, now I support MMA and UFC. It's a great sport.
Yeah,
but
I enjoy it.
When you bring in all these MMA people into TNA, that's crossing into something completely different. I wasn't okay with Rampage coming in at all. Now, I'm sure they have talent, but this is a wrestling business. Instead of bringing in actual wrestlers, they're wasting money on Bellator people, UFC cast-outs. It's like they don't care. They're getting rid of wrestlers only to bring crappy UFC people in the business. Like,
but UFC people and
MMA
fighters have been in the business since like the 90s. It's old hat. It's been done so many times. Over in Japan, they do it all the time.
Right. I mean, you gotta remember.
But they can
you gotta remember, Ken Shamrock made that transition over into the E.
Rock, Dan Severn. Yeah, it's done all the time.
No. Well, like, I get it. There's a lot of people that have done it. WWE has done it. But there's a successful way of doing it. And TNA didn't do it. They're not making it as good as it could be. Like, you heard the crowd. There was no reaction to the guy. Yeah. No one fucking cares that Tito's there. I mean, there's a proper way to do things, and they failed at it.
All right.
Yeah,
but go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, okay. I've been going over some of the people's comments about this, and I would just like to give some of the best examples of what people think about this. One, I'd rather watch Michael Cole's tutorial on how to download the WWE app than this right now. 2, I'd rather play Backstage Assault. 3, would rather watch a Hell in a Cell match with Shotboy and Norman Smiley. And probably the best one of them all, Paul Staller's My Ass. How fitting is it that Doom comes on right after Impact tonight?
That's good. That last one was good.
Yeah, it was. Right. Okay.
All right.
The one question I want to ask is, just the question of the night I want to ask everybody about this. Whose contract is coming to an end that's not going to re-sign with TNA because there's stipulation between the Aces and Eights and Main Event Mafia is whoever gets pinned in that match has to leave TNA for good. So whose contract is going to end?
If it's anybody, it
could be.
Could be sending feelers out. Well, a few guys have been sending feelers out, so it's hard.
I think it's going to be somebody out of Main Event Mafia.
I think that it could range because there's a lot of people there. But honestly, I think it'll be on the Main Event Mafia side, but I'm leaning more towards Kurt Angle than anyone because I see no point in, getting rid of the younger talent. I'd rather keep the younger talent in TNA.
But it's the Main Event Mafia. That's the thing. Or maybe nobody's leaving at all. Maybe they're just leaving storyline-wise. Maybe that person has to go get surgery or a back operation or something like that. It's always possible that they're not necessarily leaving the company. It could just be them taking some time off, maybe to go get some type of surgery or some type of operation. And that's just a way to write them off TV.
Yeah. For me, if it's a Main Event Mafia dude, I'm going to say Kurt Angle. If it's an Aces and Eights guy, I'm going to say it's Devon. Because they really haven't done anything with Devon Dudley at all. I mean, he's pretty much become the the Mark Henry of the group when Mark Henry was doing that Kool-Aid gimmick.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right. You know what? And if I'm going to choose somebody on these sides, Aces and Eights would be Devon for me. And on Main Event Mafia side, it's either going to be Kurt Angle or Sting because it's been documented. Sting is not happy right now in TNA.
Right.
He's not happy, and Kurt Angle has stated that when he does get ready to retire, he wants to do it in the
Yeah, he wants to do it in WWE. He said it.
He wants to go back home and retire.
Truth be known, Hulk Hogan has said it too, so take it with a grain of salt.
I ain't gonna lie, fellas. I mean, you guys made some awesome-ass fucking points. I gotta agree with you, with Red on this one. I do believe the fact that D1 could be the one leaving from Aces and Eights. And I'll admit, either one, Sting or Kurt Angle, too easy. The way things are going with TNA right now, yeah, they're about to abandon ship. I don't care if it is a surgery or not. They're still gonna abandon ship anyway. So.
You know what's sad?
Yeah, to me, I don't think it's just a storyline. I think somebody's leaving for real.
Right. Like, even if it is an injury, I mean, they're still gonna leave. Like, fuck it, let me go get help.
Yeah, all it is it's just a way. Whoever it is, it's just a way to write that person out.
Right.
And what's the sad
maybe
thing is,
someone's just like, fuck this, I'm gonna leave before it just sinks down even further.
Right.
It's possible.
I'm just going to end it on this. After seeing Tito Ortiz revealed, I'm going to say it. Next week's ratings for TNA are going to be so bad, Total Divas beat them.
Well, they actually beat them this past week, ratings-wise. TNA did a 1.1, Total Divas did like a 1.3.
You know what's sad when people try to look at fake tits and that's it. I know what TNA, if you want to save your company, you need to, since Tito Ortiz was in that bad movie, Zombie Strippers, you bring a slut into TNA. Is Kelly still available?
Ooh.
Wait a minute. Are you saying they should get a zombie stripper gimmick going?
Hell no.
If they do, it might be the only thing to save them.
Who's going to, who's going to pay you for a ticket to see that?
You could bring in Daphne.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's zombie hot, so, yeah, you can bring her in.
And she's old. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah. Sure
one of the biggest mistakes they made was getting rid of Daphne. Just saying.
I think so. I agree.
Go ahead, Red.
Let's get ready to wrap this up, fellas. Hey, you listen to the TNA Recipe every Thursday night, 30 minutes right after Impact. The number to call is 760-569-7676. Number is 760-569-7676. Access code 200-446-pound. Again, 200-446-pound. Hey, remember to hit that pound. That's what she said. Anyways, find us on Facebook at Facebook group / Wrestling Commentary Central. Also follow us on Twitter at WCC Live. Also follow our like page, TNA Recipe, on Facebook. And also I think we have WCC Live like page on Facebook as well. You can also follow me on Twitter at Reddon81. It's REDDON81. Follow me on Facebook as well. Hey, let them know where we can find you.
Okay. You guys can follow, all right, all you Twitter folks out there in the Twitter universe, you can follow me on Twitter at Who's Aunt Cox. And then you can also check out my weekly columns at the wrestling website, www.kayfabekickout.com. I'm the featured columnist there, always bringing fresh and exciting stuff that goes on in the wrestling world. I give my thoughts on it, and I pull no punches, so check it out.
All right. Anybody else?
I'll let Miss Kayla go first. What was yours, Kayla?
Oh, I'm all right. I got nothing.
All right, then I go. Yay! You can find me on Facebook at Doug Barrett. Just look for the Mr. Sinister picture from Deadpool. You can also find me on YouTube at Doug Barrett 619 Part 2, where I talk everything about sports, movies, and unfortunately bad wrestling games like WCW versus NWO Thunder for $59.99.
Wow.
Somebody buy it on my ass. You can also find me on PSN at Doug Barrett 619, and I can kick your ass at Mortal Kombat or Injustice.
Lame.
All right.
Follow us on YouTube at DXR420. It's DXR420 or it's Spawn20113. Hey, that's it. You know, thank you for tuning in, joining us back here next week. We'll be back the same time, same place, same number, access code, and everything. Hey, yo, Joe, take us out.